Hi guys, welcome to this new video on Docker. So as I promised you last time that in this video I am going to show you how you could Dockerize your entire machine learning application with the help of Docker, and then how you could upload that Docker application to your Docker Hub account. So if you are not aware about Docker, so Docker is a containerization technique which actually helps you to isolate all the dependencies that are required in your machine learning application in a container itself, so that like if you pass the application to another developer or to any other team, so they are able to run it without any problem, because the dependencies that you install while making the application will be different, and it is possible that some of those might not be on the developer's PC. So Docker is used. Without wasting more time, let's get started. So firstly, I'm going to show you, this is the machine learning application that we had made earlier. So let me just show you what this application is first. So I will just fire up the Flask server file. So this is the Flask application that I made, and it has a HTML page. It has some fields here which takes in input, and it gives us a prediction. So currently this entire application is running on local system. So what if I want to Dockerize this entire application? So we will see how you can do it in this video. We have this entire application divided into two parts. One is the train.py. So if you are aware about machine learning and other stuff which I show on my channel, so this must be very simple for you. We are importing some dependencies, reading a data set, pre-processing it, and then fitting the data, and then lastly we are dumping it as a pickle model. So this is the pickle file, and the app.py file, which is a Flask application. It will load the model.pickle file, and we have some roots here. The main root which will display the index.html using the render template. Then we have the predict root which will display the index.html along with the prediction itself, and we have an API here. So this application currently is running on port 8080 on the Flask, and the host is this 0.0.0.0. So let's check out for the Docker images that we have. So currently you see that we have a bunch of Docker images here, and what I want to do is that I will be deleting all of these images. So the command for deleting it is docker rmif, and then we need to just paste the ID here, then copy the ID and just paste it and press enter. So now we don't have any other Docker image in our system. So let's just confirm it again. Docker images ls, no images. Let's check out for the containers that are there. So containers are just like folders on your local machine. So here there is no containers also. So there are no containers. So what we need to do is that firstly we need to create a file called as docker file here. So this is how a docker file looks. The D must be capital. We are trying to create a virtual environment which has Python 3.8. Then we create a working directory in the image file, in the image container as app. Then we copy all the files which are there in this folder into that app. Then we run the pip install upgrade pip command, so that the pip is always the latest. Then we run the requirement.txt file. So if the requirement.txt is all the modules which you require for the application to run. So this is how the requirement.txt look like. So if you don't know how to create requirement.txt for your Flask application, I have made a separate video for that, and I will leave that video as a card for you guys, so that you can create requirement.txt before dockerizing your Flask application. So once that is done, once the requirement.txt is done, then we need to open the command prompt, type Python, and then we need to run the app.py, which is the server file in the system. So this is how the Docker file should look like. So next is that we need to Docker login. So I have already logged into Docker, so I don't need to do it again. So in your case, firstly you need to create an account on Docker Hub. So this is how Docker Hub actually looks like, and here you see I have no repositories here currently. And to log into your Docker Hub account, you just need to give a username, email ID and password, and then you can just get started with Docker Hub. So this is how it looks. So let's first create the builds of the images that we have. So I have already noted the command for you. I will explain the command to you one by one. Let me just clear the screen for you once again. This is the first command, which says that let's build a Docker image build, and it has the tag, and it has the name as app, and then put a period and just press enter. So what will happen is that all the things that we had written in the Docker file will start getting executed one by one. So currently it is creating the Python environment, then it created the work app directory, then it added it to the app, then we had this pip run install command, then we had this requirement.txt executed, and then finally Docker will actually create an image out of it. And if you see everything here in blue, that means your image is successfully built. So let's check out for the image again, if this image is built or not. So you see that we have this image here automatically created, and the tag is latest. This is the image ID. Then we run the second command, which is docker run port number 8080 to 8080 dash D app. So what this indicates is that the port should match on the Docker local environment also. That is 8080 is the local port on the application, whereas 8080 is also the port on the Dockerized application. So if you see our Visual Studio Code in the app.py file, and if you see the main routine here, so you see that app.run debug is always equal to true, port is equal to this, and this is the host name. So let's just run it again, and it is as simple as that. So this is the container ID of the task that you have just ran above. So now you just need to open and check your local host, whether the Dockerized application has been running or not. So let's open the local host, and the port number was 8080 and slash. So you see that our machine learning application has been Dockerized. So let's check out if it's giving us the correct output or not. Yes, it is working as expected. Force this application to be pushed to Docker Hub. So for that I have already written the commands here. So what you need to do is that first you need to tag the application. So for tagging the application, this is the command docker tag, then the name of the file, that is app, then the username of your Docker Hub account, and the name of the tag that you want to give. So I want to give the tag name as salary app. So this is kind of repository, this is kind of similar to the repository concept on GitHub. So salary app would be like a repository for Docker Hub. So let's just press enter. So this is done. Then we need to just push it. So docker push. So docker push name of my user ID and then the name of the tag. So this is where we are pushing it. So it will push it to your Docker Hub. So it is a 521 MB file. So let's just wait for Docker to complete the uploading part. So now you see here that the entire application image has been pushed on Docker Hub. So let's just go to repositories. So as you refresh the repository, you will see that the entire image has been uploaded to your Docker Hub using the Docker CLI. So now you can share this image with the other developers as well as upload it to your cloud platforms for the application to run for the world. This was all about that I wanted to show you about Docker and how you could Dockerize your entire machine learning application so that the dependencies of requirement for different people working in a team is eradicated. So I hope that whatever I have shown in this video is clear to you, and if you still have any doubts regarding anything that I shown in this video, feel free to ask in the comment section below. I will definitely try to reply to it. Till then, keep watching. See you next time.